Let's see what we've got going. Round 6 feature match here. Jareth's Goblin versus Cher Wininator. All right, is the
Okay.
Goblins player a punk fake, or are they playing Goblins? Let's find out.
It's Jeskai, isn't it? Jeskai versus
I don't know, Matthew. I'm just looking at the usernames. Ah, I've been lied to.
Boros combo. What in God's earth is this?
So we have a Boros Luca deck here. Boros Hoof versus Jeskai Feather, looks like.
Have you seen this deck list? Did you play something like this? Is that where this
I
came
have
from?
not played the Luca deck. We have played the Feather deck, but we've not played the Luca deck. And again,
Okay,
for those of you just joining us, not familiar with the structure of this tournament, these decks are both sweet, and both of these players are so live to win this tournament. This is a double elimination tournament. Everybody still playing can still take home the crown.
you will certainly want to look at this Boros combo deck list if you haven't. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we're just like leaning heavily into Luca Craterhoof with a bunch of tokens. Yeah, that's cool.
Really great. Today's made me excited to play some more Historic this week. Today's been a fantastic tournament. Really, really loved it. Format seems like gas. The Superman. All right, and we see here plenty of threats on Jareth's side of the board, so they're going to run out the perfect pet proactively there. What's that card called? Is it Sprite Dragon?
Sprite Dragon. Yeah.
The non-Godzilla card?
Sprite, yeah, Sprite with an R.
Okay, and there's the untapped lands here, so I assume the Luca deck is crater hoofing people, right?
Yes, it is Crater Hoofing. There's a pair of them in the main deck, and that's how they get it done.
Okay, so
It's actually sweet because they get to raise the alarm here too.
yeah. The next turn they actually just have lethal if there's not Reckless Rage held up here. And I think we're gonna see Stormwing Entity come down here, and I think we're gonna see our tokens player turn 5 combo kill.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yep. All right. Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna be going to a very quick game 2 here. This is why we've covered 10 matches in under 4 hours, chat.
This is another thing, like Teferi, just like you can't raise the alarm is just absolutely stone worthless against that deck. Like most of the time. And this is sweet. Gosh. Yeah, and they flipped it onto the last turn.
Okay. Survey
This is
says
so great. And show me Crater Hoof Behemoth.
Hoof Day it is.
Bam.
One of our new jumpstart cards here. So I'm gonna put that one up there
Yes.
for people that haven't, for people that are watching at home.
Oh man.
Gives all your creatures haste and trample and +X where X is the number of creatures you control. Seems fantastic. I assume we're going to see these shocks and the extra Reckless Rage come in for our Feather player. Need to be able to kill tokens in response to Lucas downtick.
All right, I'm asking you a question. How do you feel about Disdainful Stroke here just to get Luca? I guess it hits heroic reinforcements as well.
God, there's only 2 Lucas, and that's the thing, right? There's only 2 Lucas in the opponent's deck. So it's like,
can you beat these tokens? Like, it's rough, right?
yeah, this Boros tokens deck is very reminiscent of the Nioh deck that got banned, right? Like it's an aggro deck that's randomly punking you out. Oh, they've got Transmogrify too. I missed that. That's another new one.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, they only have 2 combo pieces. Transmogrify is 4 mana Luca's ability.
I guess they have 12 technically cards.
Yeah, you definitely want Stroke. They have 6 combo pieces. Okay. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I forgot that we got this in M21.
Yep.
Yeah. Spot removal is key here. Shocks and Reckless Rages killing in response to Transmogrify or Lucas downtick prevent them from working.
You know what's cool though is like so we mentioned that that's like one way to stop these Luca combo decks. That was always like the case with Agent of Treachery. You could stop that kind of shenanigans, but like they just go wide on you, man. Like with Dragon Fodders and like Forbidden Friendships, History of Benalia's in this deck, and they have Glorious Anthem. So like they'll just play a fair game plan and just.
It's been a while since I've seen someone get taught a history lesson, Matthew.
I mean, this is like the hand, though, right? This is like the fair hand. They just don't care, and they're just gonna run you down with History of Benalia.
Can I Historic staple Satyr's Cutting here, present on the bottom.
Yeah, exactly.
So notable. So for people that aren't familiar with how the bottom deck is working, Luca and Transmogrify turn creatures into a explicitly more expensive creature or the next creature. I think Transmogrify is not necessarily more expensive, just the next creature until they reveal any creature. So the only actual creature present in the red white tokens deck is Crater Hoof Behemoth, and then all of these other cards just put tokens into play.
Yep. Yeah, like the start though from the Boros Feather deck is quite good. 10th District Legionnaire into Feathers, basically right where you want to be.
So this is interesting. Do they go for the Transmogrify here? They're actually going to be really sad if they do. If they just continue playing Histories, they're going to be really well off.
Yeah, I think like if your opponent doesn't like blow up in your things and has 3 mana open with 4 cards, I don't think there's any way you want to go for the combo.
Correct. Yep. Yeah, I think you just want to like, okay, we're going to put Histories into play and beat them down with this. I'm going to put that one up too. It's been a while since this one's been playable.
It's like all right, beat this.
This was a standard staple. This card used to be standard playable.
That card, History Value was like $25 at a time. It was incredible.
It was a 4 of standard mythic.
It was even like getting play in the sideboard of control decks because it was just an alternate win cost.
Yep.
Really good.
Yep.
Again, they went wide here.
If you're a Feather player, you're just like really hoping for Reckless Rage here. You're looking for something that can help you keep this board in check. This attack is, yeah, like I like the chump block. Preserve your life total. Fight is one's going to happen here. I think our Jeskai player, if they don't peel something, they're going to end up being a little bit too slow just to beat the history of Benalia racing.
Yeah, like that's like a real thing, and there's a third one getting ready to come off the top.
Yeah, like we're attacking for 14 here. They're going to Justice Strike 1, and it's going to hit them down to 10.
Just so much damage.
Do you want to YOLO the Transmogrify here? Probably not. I feel like I would just History Benalia.
Yeah, if you didn't do it the previous turns, I don't think there's any reason to do so. I could be wrong, but you have to assume your opponent has some sort of counter magic. Like they're not going to let you get to 5 mana,
and not even just counter magic, but like removal spell disrupts you too, right? So like they have a lot of different things here.
Yeah. This is so much damage. I forgot these stupid things have vigilance too.
Yeah, they do.
What?
All right. Never forget, chat. Those who don't learn from history are doomed to get beaten down by it 3 turns in a row.
Triple open. Oh, yeah, man.
So they get to do this, and again, like, kind of showing why you're generally speaking better off being linear in Magic. Like, our top player boarded into Disdainful Stroke, and it's just been a flurry of 3 mana spells that don't care about Disdainful Stroke this game.
Yeah. It's another. I mean, like this card doesn't even do anything. This other.
So if you're, so I actually think we had a small mistake here from our top player. Although they might have boarded their God's Willings out. I was going to say, if they had God's Willing in their deck, they should have scryed for it, because they could have killed them by drawing God's Willing.
Yep. That's true.
And they're just dead here. They're going to go ahead and pack it in. Very quick 2-0 win for the Boros Tokens deck. Looks really impressive. I feel like...
It's sweet. Yeah, it's definitely sweet, man. It's got a lot of... again, like I mentioned, the fair gameplay of like go wide and like beat you down with Benalia, Glorious Anthem, whatever. And you have the alternate win cons, like we mentioned, the 6 combo pieces of 4 transmogs, 2 Lucas for Crater Hoof is that's something. Yeah. Plus, like Heroic Reinforcements is a combo piece too, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, History into Heroic closes games out very quickly all on its own, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think you've played decks like that before, where it's just like Heroic Reinforcements just trashes people out of nowhere a lot of times.
Yep, it's one of those cards too where like it's so good against the sweeper decks, right? Because you get to like peel it off the top after they sweep you and like poke them for 4 and then still have pressure left over in a really great way.
Yeah, and we've seen a lot. Like we've seen Time Wipes, we've seen a ton of Shatter the Skies.
I actually don't think there's that many. So if we look at our going into this round.
And not anymore. It's interesting how that worked
A
out.
lot of the control decks have mostly been pushed out. All right, let's go ahead and push on into our time shifted feature match here because downtime is poopy, so we don't do it. So let's